Do you remember
rides requested daily in South Africa alone, Uber is prioritizing our safety to make sure that we have a smooth ride every time.
That's right, and Graham recently headed to Johannesburg to visit Uber's Green Light Hub to learn more about their new safety measures and how Uber South Africa actually go far above standard regulations to ensure all of our safety.
It's difficult to imagine a life without the internet, without Google, without cell phones. And for me now, it's almost impossible to imagine a life without Uber. I mean, what did I do before they arrived on the scene? You might laugh, but I think now technology is changing the way that we live our lives more than ever. But with great power comes great responsibility. And that's on both sides, not just for us as riders, but from Uber's perspective as well. As we speak, they are unrolling some unbelievable, mind-blowing, in fact, safety features. So I've come to their very bustling driver engagement center with a cool name, the Green Light Hub, to find out a little bit more. Often riding alone late at night, or maybe even in the wee hours of the morning after working late in my case, or maybe partying, and especially in areas that are unfamiliar, neighborhoods that you've never been in before, it can cause a lot of anxiety. So going through this experience with Uber and seeing firsthand this safety toolkit, if you will, that they've not only created but are implementing, it comes as a great comfort and it brings real-time assistance when you need it. Alon, great to meet you. We've been on this amazing journey with you guys. So to see the engine room driving the massive Uber network really is cool, quite awe-inspiring. As much as we are using an app, something that's so simple to do, when you think about it, we are ultimately putting our lives in the hands of our driver. This is a massive responsibility. How do you guys vet your drivers?
Yeah, so you raise a great point. Safety starts before you get into the car. So every driver who uses the Uber application goes through a strict vetting process. It's a fingerprint-based test that plugs directly into the police's database. Those are rerun annually. So we are rerunning those background checks annually in addition to that first check before you get activated on the platform. Once you get the go-ahead from that, there's actually a driving evaluation. It's one thing to be able to drive on the road, but it's another thing when you're navigating and you have someone talking to you while you're trying to drive. And we work with a third party that validates a driver's driving ability and safety on the road.
I'm so glad that when you get your rider rating that there isn't anything in there for a guy who talks too much. But I love the fact that you create a bond, that you've got the extensive driver profile. Gives me a lot of icebreakers, being the guy who talks so much, but it also creates this kind of personal safe space. How do you think having those extensive profiles has added value to the experience?
So it's a great point. I think what's really important to us at Uber is that the vehicle becomes an area of mutual respect. And part of that is creating a relationship, as you mentioned, between the rider and the driver.
Uber has been built with technology at its core that allows you to stay connected to your loved ones, first of all, with their support staff 24/7, with emergency services and security responses, offering you basically the ultimate peace of mind so you can just enjoy your ride. I've been amazed. I mean, obviously using Uber a lot, but how much of a family affair it's become. And you've introduced Trusted Contacts, which takes that kind of to the nth degree. How does that functionality actually work?
So Trusted Contacts are an important safety feature. We've always had a share your ETA feature, but Trusted Contacts takes it to the next level. The great thing about technology is there's trackability, there's traceability. So share that trip link through Trusted Contacts. You can add up to 5 contacts. And with the touch of one button, share it with all 5 of them while you're on trip. So what I say, when you're traveling with Uber, even if you're by yourself, you're never alone. Someone can always be watching your trip.
I'm blown away by this kind of loop of information that you're constantly reacting to, and not just from a driver perspective, but obviously from your client. You are offering a service ultimately. Now you've taken that to a higher level as well. The 24/7 customer feedback, why take it to that degree?
Really based on feedback from riders, that they wanted to pick up the phone and call a customer support agent.
So someone will answer 24/7. There is always someone available.
24/7. I think a big factor is that there's that mutual respect. There is accountability in an industry which previously didn't have much.
There seems to be a level of authenticity about why you guys are doing this. It's not just a gimmick, a sales gimmick. This means something to you. Why is it so important to Uber, to you personally, to have this level of safety?
So look, safety is a priority for us globally. Safety is a priority and always has been locally. Technology introduces that trackability, that traceability that never previously existed in the sector. So we're always investing in safety. Safety is a top priority and will continue to be a top priority, and it never ends, the investment that we're making there. We're always evolving.
So how does the emergency button functionality actually work?
So we have an in-app emergency button available for both riders and drivers. In the event that you feel there's an incident, whether that's related to the trip or just general safety, you can use this in-app functionality.
I wish my own life, my personal life was this well protected and governed and looked after. You guys really do a sterling job, so thank you so much. This has been an awesome experience. Now we've proven that the whole Uber experience has been built around safety, from pickup to drop-off and everywhere in between. Uber has taken every step to ensure that our ride is safe, smooth and on time. So with that in mind, let me not keep Honda waiting. See you later.
Welcome aboard. At Uber, we believe safety never stops. It doesn't stop with driver profiles, or making sure all drivers are fully background checked. It doesn't stop with letting you share your trip with loved ones. And it certainly doesn't stop with in-app emergency assistance. We never stop looking for ways to improve your safety, because safety never stops.